Hey, Pure Heart. There we go. How you doing? I also give out free yes or no questions or an oracle card just in case you don't want a regular reading. I just don't advertise them anymore so that my room won't get overcrowded. So if you want a free yes or no question, you can post it. Or if you want an oracle card, you can let me know. And I'll give it to you. Emily, what if you let Gage take you? Will my career improve financially by the end of 2025? Thank you. You're welcome. You know what? This don't have anything to do with the cards, but this is what I would tell you to do so that you can show the universe what you're wanting. You're wanting your finances to improve. And this is what helps me. And it's actually helped me over the years. So instead of like mentally trying to figure out what you can do to make more money, mentally start to write down what you can do to provide more value, even if it's small things. What can you do to provide more value? Can you make videos about something you enjoy? Can you get a part-time job doing waiting tables on Saturdays? Can you start doing Uber Eats? What is something you can do to provide more value? And start trying out those things. Like get your ideas flowing. And it can be something simple that doesn't immediately give you money. Even though I work full time, I come on here and I hope it provides value, right? And I'm offering you a free question that doesn't directly give me money, but ultimately I make money doing this. You see? So I feel like if you can think of it that way and then try little things, even if your direct job isn't giving you the money for whatever it is, you got something on the side to do so. And if you're working at, a healthy place, when you work on providing value at that place, by default you get promoted or you get a raise. Now, if you're working somewhere that's toxic, they might not appreciate you, then you know to start applying elsewhere. But use that whole value thing, and it takes a little time for it to work, but I promise you it works. I'm definitely not rich, so it didn't make me rich or anything, but it helped me become stable, kind of. Hey, cards, if that makes sense. Find a need and feel it, basically. I've been doing the Uber Eats, tutoring on the side, scripting it, manifesting, burning bay leaves, started school again for my doctorate. So you already got it figured out then. You're already on the right path. Hey, Alicia. You already know, Pure Heart. So you're already doing what you need to do. Let's just see what comes out. Because all the things you listed are providing value, Will your career improve by the end of 2025? Now I'm wondering if it's paying off soon or what, she said. And applying to many do different types of. So you're knocking on the doors, and the thing is, that's all you can do. As long as you're doing everything in your control, the rest of it's not up to you anyway. You got the Ten of Pentacles. So that's an improvement. Only thing I see is you may be working yourself to the point of being drained. Ace of Wands reversed, Three of Swords. But you got the Ten of Pentacles, so I'm going to give you a yes, but it feels like a painful yes. I know this feeling. It's when you just keep yourself so busy that you burn yourself out. So try not to burn yourself out. Try to reward yourself with time to rest. Because the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you're on the right track. But you might burn yourself out if you're not careful, if you haven't already done that. But if you feel like you haven't done that yet, try to make time to rest. Every Sunday, that's your day off. Cut the phone off. Don't. Or if you do cut it on, only answer things that you're enjoying. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do anything but reset your own body and mind. Because I see a lot of pentacles here as a yes, but it's a painful yes if you don't start to. Because this is the energy of when you overwork to the point that you'll get like sick with the flu or something because your body says, okay, if you don't want to sit down, we'll make you sit down. Happens to me sometimes and my daughter. So when you're overdoing it and you don't want to give your body time to rest, so your body takes time to rest. Be careful of that. But otherwise, I do see improvements in your finances. So you're good. Just start to reward yourself with times of rest. And don't feel guilty when you take breaks. If you know you're working hard, you deserve breaks. You happy about the Pentacles, so you got it going on. Just be careful not to overdo it. Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is very much indicative of achieving stability through your hard work. So it's paying off. You might not can see it with your eyeballs right now, but it's paying off. Just keep going. You're very welcome. Just don't overwork yourself. Taking breaks is part of achieving stability too, you know? I know it's easier just to burn the candle at both ends. I do it myself sometimes. And then I'll crash out and I won't want to do anything for 3 days straight. We get tired. Everybody deserves a break. And also, anything that's worth having takes time to build. Remember that too. Usually anything that you can do to take like a huge shortcut or the easy way out, I'm not trying to like give anybody the belief that life is supposed to be hard. But anything that takes, you know, some time, that's the thing worth having usually. Just my opinion. Let me make sure I got this thing where all the mess, yeah. Okay. Alicia or cards, if y'all want a free yes or no question or an oracle card, I will give it to you. You just let me know. Just let me know. I just quit advertising them because people were like bombarding the chat when I was doing readings. So I still do them if you come in here, but I just don't advertise them. A Creations. Will the account get removed after disputing online? Will the account get removed after disputing online? Okay, cards, you'll be next. I'll give you an oracle from this deck. Can't y'all tell it's more peaceful in here when I quit advertising them? I can tell. It's more laid back vibes. I had to learn the hard way. Will the account get removed after disputing online? Queen of Wands reversed. Page of Pentacles. Yes, but it may take you following up. Eight of Wands. If you've already disputed it and you don't see immediate results, follow up, and then I think yes. But if you don't follow up, you may still have that issue. So I think yes, if you choose to follow up, because the Eight of Wands is about multiple contact messages. You know what I'm saying? All right. Cards wants an oracle. So we're going to give cards an oracle. And then Alicia, you'll be next, baby. Oracle for cards. Take a walk to clear your mind. This could just say, like, when you're overthinking things, get outside and touch some grass. We all need to hear that from time to time. Make a wish, take a chance, and make a change. That's about getting outside of your comfort zone, even when your brain is trying to tell you not to, even when your brain is trying to tell you to have fear. Because remember, we're not our brain, we're the observer of our thoughts. And on the bottom of the deck, it says, do more of what makes your spirit radiate. Just doing things just because you enjoy them. As grown-ups, we like to tell ourselves that we can't make time for things unless it's giving us a direct reward. Like, we got to put all our time into work so we can make money. Get a hobby is basically what it's saying. And just do that hobby because it cultivates joy within you. That's very therapeutic for your whole energetic signature and who you are. Your vibration changes just by doing things that bring you joy. And if someone says, well, why do you do that thing? Just because I enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's how we should all be. If everybody on the planet would do that, it would make a collective change in our energy as a whole, I believe. All right, Alicia, should I focus on my career instead of my love life? You are welcome, cards. Should Alicia focus on her career instead of her love life? Should Alicia focus on her career instead of her love life? Yes. Yes, I feel like focusing on your career is going to move your focus off of your love life in a way that you can allow God or the universe to kind of cause movement in that direction. You have positivity coming towards you in the future with your love life, Three of Wands, but by focusing on your career, Page of Wands, it's got this movement going on, right? And then you don't get up in your head with self-defeating thought patterns. It kind of just busts that out the way. Five of Swords reversed. This devil energy is here saying that if you really put a lot of focus on your love life, You could have people that really don't want your best good try and, talk to you. And you can just say, you know what, I'm good. I'm kind of focusing on my career. And let the love life happen as it wants to. Leave the door open. And if someone wants to come in, vet them and figure out who they are. But otherwise, I would focus on that, because I feel like that's when the movement happens. You have positivity coming towards you with your love life in the future, especially if you put your focus elsewhere. That defeats some of them thought patterns going on. So the answer is yes. Hey, Miss Bikini. You want an oracle message, Miss Bikini? I was raised by hippies, but time to get a job instead of a hobby. No more glass pieces. I don't even know what that means. I have a job. You can have a job and a hobby, You're welcome, Alicia. I'm grumpy because I didn't get to do anything fun today. I was supposed to go and see my husband, but I did not. Real estate lady came over, and then I took care of the camper's waste. All right, Miss Bikini, guess what happened to me today? So this is going to be like weird and graphic, but okay, I pee in my toilet, right? So it flushed completely. Toilet paper flushed, the pee flushed. But when it flushed, it didn't make like the normal flush noise. Like, it just seemed like it was like something wasn't right. And I know the level of the water that's in the toilet after you flush it. And it was a little bit fuller than that, right? So I'm like, okay, I have a plunger. There's nothing visible in the toilet though. So I have a plunger, and I'm like, well, what I'm gonna do is, because I heard the toilet filling up in the back, I was like, I'm gonna come back and check on it, in a few minutes. So I go lay down with me and Emily. We're scrolling on, and I get caught up on TikTok listening to Chelsea Rule. She was telling those Appalachian ghost stories. So I'm just in my own world. I think I might have even dozed off. So 2 hours later, I go back in my bathroom just to pee again. That's how long it was. It was long enough for me to have to pee again. And I feel water under my feet. I look down, and the water is just rushing into my air conditioner vent in the floor. But the toilet had stopped. Like, it had filled up all the way until it ran over, but it wasn't still running. I guess when the back of it finally filled up, because it's been acting funny lately, it stopped. But apparently it was stopped up from toilet paper or something, and I didn't realize that. It was actually stopped up completely. So I got water rushing into my air conditioner vent, and I called my cousin, who is so good about helping me. She lives right in front of me, and she knows about cars and handyman stuff and all that. So I call her. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. The water's going in my air vent, and there's water everywhere. She's like, is the toilet off? Is it still running? I'm like, no. She said, well, get every clean towel you have and start soaking up the water. So I started soaking up all the water, and I put the wet towels in the tub. So that way, it's out of the way. So now we used my rainbow vacuum, and we sucked it up anywhere we could see in the bathroom. And I went on like Reddit, and I was looking up what to do. So I turned my fan on my central on, where it doesn't go off and on. And I'm hoping that's going to dry it out. I have 2 box fans in my bathroom where the water's soaked into the wall on the bottom. And I got the fans blowing directly on the wet part of my wall. So I hope it's okay. Everything's dried up that I can see. I just hope there's not any permanent damage, man. I'm like, I should have knew when something didn't flush right to come right back in there, so it was my fault. Dang it. I was just grateful that we were home. Yeah, I know. And it's working fine, but I said I just hope that the water doesn't cause like mildew or something in my ductwork. So I'm going to call the air condition guy Monday and just ask him, does he need to come and check my ductwork? And I'm probably going to call my insurance company and like, I took pictures of the wall so they could see how wet it got, and you know, if I need to pay him to like clean out my ductwork now or something. I just don't want it to create mold or mildew. That's the only thing that worries me. And I know a trailer, the floor that it's made of, it will literally soak the water up and then it'll rot your floor. But I got it up immediately, like immediately. And we fixed the toilet. The little float had been not closing correctly. Oh yeah, everything's good now, Miss Bikini. My cousin, she came down here. She plunged my toilet and unstopped it so it would flush perfect. And then she also fixed the float in the back so it wouldn't run water constantly. I'm telling you, she's like a handyman woman you want to have on your team. So she fixed everything now. It's working perfect. The only thing I'm worried about now is the water going into my air conditioner vent. Into my central, like in the floor. The vent was in the floor, so. Are you having to pee outside? Oh, it flushes now, so we good to go. She is good to me. And I feel bad because I can't help her like she helps me because I don't know how to do nothing. Like, I pay her to cut my grass because she always keeps my grass cut. And anytime something is messed up on my car, like a headlight, or like my son will work on it, but she'll help him. She's very good. I'm grateful I have her because I don't know how to do nothing. I was a spoiled wife for over 10 years, you know, that had everything done for her. That's true, Miss Bikini. I learned something new today. She showed me how to like tighten it and bend it over, like if it starts to do that again. So, hey chef. All right, Miss Bikini, you got, the secret to happiness is the realization that life itself is a gift. That's hard to remember sometimes. Like, basically like trying to look at it like, I woke up today, so it's a gift. Today is a gift. Even if it's not the best of days, it's still a gift that I'm awake. I'm not in the hospital. You know, I have food to eat. I have a roof over my head. I have, you know, a home and a vehicle and a yard. All the things, you know. It's hard to look at it that way sometimes. Like today I was freaking out so bad and I'm like, you know what? I should just be grateful I have a house to flood. This one says, explore the unknown. Let me give you another one. Still resonates because I was kind of pissed that I didn't get to do anything fun. I feel you, Miss Bikini. I feel you. And Emily was going to go to the dance, and I'm glad we didn't go because then I would have left it and went to the dance, and I'd have been gone while it was overflowing in here. And honestly, if the water wouldn't have went into my vent, it would have went into my bedroom. So I think it was kind of a good thing it did that too. It was terrible, but worked out in the best way possible. This one says, everything that's ever happened formed the incredible being that you are. Everything that's ever happened formed the incredible being that you are. And let's see what's on the bottom. Stay deeply rooted while reaching for the sky. That's like mentally, it's okay to mentally give yourself permission to dream big. You're not like, you're valuable enough. You're not like limited. Anything you envision or dream or want for your life, it's possible for you. You deserve it. That kind of energy, you know. Stay grounded, but reach for the sky. Don't ever like cut yourself off when it comes to, I'm too old. I don't have enough money to make this happen. I can't do it. Well, always there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. It might be slow sometimes to work out, but it will work out. Especially if you don't give up and you just believe it's possible. You know, you're welcome. And I get caught up sometimes, and I forget. I have to remind myself we're all just humans, you know? I've heard of Celine Dion. I have no idea. Like, I don't really, that's not somebody in my playlist, Chef. I'm looking at shit on the internet that I have no business looking at, meaning big houses with lots of hey, that's if it's fun and you enjoy doing that. My mom used to do that all the time, and I feel like even if you don't have the money for the thing physically in your bank account in this moment, if it brings you joy and like curiosity and wonder and it's fun to do, like, and it's fun to daydream about what you would do with that room, how you would decorate this spot, what you would put in the yard there, you're cultivating joy. It's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Lake houses and ocean houses. I need me a beach house, Miss Bikini. We have to let my kids grow up and go halves on a beach house. Wouldn't that be nice? We just have to go stay at my mom's if a hurricane started to be on the way. At the very least, we have to go to Bermuda when my kids grow up. We have to go at least once. And I would be too scared to go alone, so you would have to go with me. Like, you gotta go with me. I can't go alone. Only because I've never flew in a plane before. I'd be terrified. We have to book the flight so that our chairs are beside each other, however you do that. Because I can't be going alone. I'm too chicken and I have no sense of direction. Poor Mark is going to have 2 women coming over there in about 4 years, maybe 5. Well, you got it. And by then, all these things you're going through right now will have worked themselves out in one way or another. You know? We got to do it. We just need to take a week off. After a week, he'll be so ready for us to go home. He will be like grateful that we don't have permanent stay there. He'll be ready to see us off on that plane because we'll be pains in his ass. He'll be like, okay, I met y'all, now take your asses back home. In 5 years, you'll be 60 and retired? Okay, see, there you go. In 5 years, I'll be 44. But still, when my kids have like gotten their wings a little bit, I should be able to do it. The phone looked like it was glitching, so I'm gonna put it on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Now it's on Do Not Disturb in case somebody tries to call. It won't knock me offline. And we gotta go see the pink sand. And I'm pretty sure they have all kind of tourist attractions because that place is basically a place that people go for vacations. You're welcome. Life is a gift. It's easy to forget that. I forget it all the time. Like, we're not in a hospital laid up somewhere. We can walk. We have a vehicle, so we can pretty much go to the store and get basically anything we want or need. probably Atlanta, the aquarium you're talking about. So that's probably about like 4 hours. Yep. We do have something that's kind of cool. It's pretty cool to me. It's about an hour from here, and it is, they call it the Flint River Aquarium, and they have fish and stuff you can look at. It's really cool, but it's not that far. You can definitely go, and you don't have to spend the night. You can it's driving distance. And we also have these caverns. They're about an hour away. They're pretty cool. You can see like the stalactites and stalagmites in the little caves and stuff. And they do like a little tour, like a guided tour you can go to. But yeah, they're called the something caverns. We've been a couple times. Content City. That would be cool to make a video or a live or something with it. There's Dan the man. I'm about to put my cigarette on the charger. I'll be right back. Blueberry Count Chocolate. Texas Hold'em. Is that a question you want me to answer? I don't know if I understand what you're asking me. I'll do you a free yes or no. Dan, I had my first big girl problem today without having anyone, like having to call a handyman. My cousin helped me. Alright. Have they made a final discussion to not want to have the kids with me? So basically, I was peeing in my bathroom, and whenever it flushed, it flushed funny. Like, it went down, the toilet paper and everything went down, and whenever it started to fill back up, it was like it was a little fuller than normal, and I could hear it running. So to myself, I was thinking, I will just come back and check it in a little while, right? So I go in my room, and I'm like scrolling on my phone, and I get lost in watching these Appalachian ghost stories. And then I think I dozed off to sleep. So when I go back into my bathroom, I have to pee again a couple hours later. And my feet are soaking wet when I step in the floor. And the water is like waterfalling into the central AC vent in my floor. The toilet's no longer overflowing, but there's water everywhere. The rug is soaked. So I called my cousin that lives right in front of me, because she always helps me do everything. And she's like, is the water still running? I said, no, it quit. She's like, well, get every towel you have and soak up the water, and I'll come down there. So when she came down here, she like plunged it, even though there wasn't nothing in the toilet nasty, like it was just water. She said it was stopped up, so it just could have been toilet paper or whatever, I don't know. But she plunged it, and then also my little floater in the back wasn't working right. It was making the toilet run constantly. So she fixed that, and now it's flushing perfectly. And I got everything dried up, and I have my fan on my central running constantly, trying to, yeah, I have a septic tank, Dan. And I have my fan on my central unit just on, so it doesn't cut off with the air like on auto. And then also I have 2 box fans in the bathroom blowing directly where my wall got wet, so I'm hoping that's going to dry it out. And I may call the AC man Monday and see if he needs to do anything to my ductwork. Yep, it was, Dan. It was also the float was doing that running thing, and the reason it overflowed is because the toilet was actually stopped up and I didn't realize it. So if it keeps running in the back and it's stopped up, it can only go one way, and it was just overflowing in the floor. I know, Dan, I hope so. My air is running perfectly fine, and like the only thing is it got wet on the bottom of my wall. And so I'm just like letting those 2 fans blow on high directly on it, and I have the vents on in the bathroom, and I have the house ventilation on. So I just hope it didn't make any, any permanent damage is the only thing I hope. All right, Texas Hold'em, have they made a final discussion to not want to have kids with me? Thank you, Dan. And also, my cousin showed me how to cut the water off outside if I ever need to. I was freaking out. Thank you, Tanya. We was big girls today, Tanya. Oh, have they made a final decision to not want to have the kids with me? Lovers is a decision. Page of Swords about the kids. I would say yes. I don't know what that is, but the Lovers card can be a card that is a significant decision, and it's in the upright. The Page of Swords is here, could represent the kids, because pages can be kids. And even the Queen of Wands and the Sun is here with the World. So this is all yes cards. The decision has definitely been made. They've definitely decided, at least mentally, whoever this is has made some sort of decision. And it's like it's really clear. They know what the decision is. So yes. I know, Miss Bikini. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just winging this life, you know? Hey, Lucky girl. Lucky's always up. It's daytime for her now. I done learned. She's got about 12 hours from me. I might have to get off of here and go run to the store and get us some snacks and come back on live. Lucky's sleeping in today. She's sleeping in. That's how you do it, Lucky. I'm good with being in the bed at 10 a.m. Those are the good days. I know, I think we need snacks, Miss Bikini. We out of snacks. Yo, 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 it's Marky Mark's Tarot. How you doing, Mark? I'm just making it over here. My bathroom flooded and I didn't freak out all the way. I did freak out a little bit, but I made it. We had all sorts of stuff going on while you was gone, Mark. At least it wasn't like shit water or pee water. It was just clear water. The float was running in the back of my toilet, and the toilet was stopped up, but I didn't realize it because it flushed half-assed when I went to pee. And then I left it for a few hours, and when I came back, there was water running into my air conditioner vent in the floor. It was everywhere. But my cousin came and helped me get it fixed. She unstopped the toilet. She fixed the float in the back of the toilet. She's a godsend. Lucky said, Marky Mark in the house. Exactly. It did freak me out. I'm not going to lie. I was panicking. I got the fan. I got 2 box fans in my bathroom blowing directly where it wet my wall because you can see the water line. So I'm hoping that'll dry it out. And I have my air conditioner fan, the central unit, the fan running constantly. So I'm hoping if I run it for like tonight maybe and tomorrow it'll do that. It'll do something. It'll dry it out, I hope. I don't know. Texas Hold'em, you said, do I have options available for additional yes or no's? So you can donate $10 for a mini reading, which is not just a yes or no, it's just a question and I'll pull a spread. If you want just a simple yes or no answer, you can just make a donation of whatever you want. You just donate something and I'll do you an extra question that way. You just pick the amount. It doesn't have to be a certain amount. And I'll do you another yes or no. Yeah, my grandma used to order them, Dan. And she would get them out of this magazine. And they would have like cheese and sausage and stuff. I remember them things. We went over there before and she would like give me a whole stick of pepperoni to give my son. You remember that, Gage? He must not be in there. Granny sent him a whole stick of pepperoni. I was like, that's true love right there. Granny looking out for it. I get them for my sister every winter. Yeah, it gives me the like flashback memories of Christmas from childhood because I remember everybody used to get them out of that magazine. It makes me think of Christmas time in my childhood when I see those. They are really good too. Hey, Gage. I hear him in there. He must be ignoring me. Dan trying to say he's a Grinch. He know he ain't a Grinch. Three months and Christmas is here. 2 days less than 3 months because it's the 27th today. So we are approaching the next 3 months and Christmas is here. 3 months minus 2 days. My wallet is not ready. I think I always go overboard at Christmas, but I can't help it. You got them all together, Dan. You got your wife's birthday right after Christmas and then Valentine's Day. You got to be on your toes at this upcoming time of year. But then at least you get it done all at once so then you can catch a break afterwards. all at once. You probably give her thoughtful gifts, Dan. He said then Arbor Day. She wants something for Arbor Day too? She probably looking at you sideways right now when she heard me say that. She keeps a tab of all the holidays. So you ain't getting one by her. You ain't going to let one creep by her because she's going to know. She keeps you in line, Dan. Hey, Mark, how's your nephew doing if you're still in here at college? I was thinking about that. He's done spent a couple nights now. That's right. She knows where you nap. You can't be doing her wrong. There's Fiona. We've been wondering when you was coming around, Fiona. We've been asking about you. Fiona said, dang, y'all, chill out. I can't take a break. He's doing good. That's good. Oh, that's cool, Mark. You working on your DJ stuff. Getting it ready. I'm glad you came in here, Fiona. We was just talking about you last night. My nephew is learning how to cook and he made friends. Getting him some life experience. That'll be good for him. When he does come home for breaks, he'll be more appreciative and glad to be there, you know. Oh man, it's done. I gotta get the chat to come back up. I'm surprised people miss me. I'm kind of a handful. What? No, you ain't. We missed you, Fiona.
We need us a wolf. You see?
Yeah. This girl trying to tell me we need a wolf.
Look at him.
A wolf will bite your leg off.
No, not that one. Oh my gosh. We need a wolf.
Dan said, and a fox and a gopher.
Mm-hmm. Look at this wolf. See, he is biting him, but it's because, you know how cats bite you because they're trying to play. That's what he's doing.
No, he look like he's trying to bite your leg off.
No, he ain't. He really ain't.
I don't even recognize my name. Shame, shame.
Shame, shame, shame. I don't want to go.
You don't even recognize my name. Shame, shame.
What?
What your name is? It's me. Damn it. Who are you? Are you somebody I know? Please give a link to her channel. It really does. Thank you, Miss Bikini. What? I thought your name was Jason Moody on here. What the hell? Moody. That's what he said. What you doing? Coming in here with a new screen name, expect me to know. Dan said, let me guess, it's damn it. Oh, fucking damn it. Y'all know that little kid? That kid makes me laugh. I was wondering why you never said hey, because I see a million screen names every time. I see so many screen names in here. I did not know it was you. I thought your name was actually your full name. Last time you came in here, it was Jason Moody, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty doggone sure. Oh, you changed it for your store. I got you. You still been doing the whatnot? Kitty, do you want to go get snacks? Because I can go off the light and come back. That cat did not look like he liked that snack. Fiona said you have a cool name, Moody. Me and Jason Moody been friends since I was 15 years old, and I'm 39. Look at you go. He remembers me from my school days. We was a youngins. Back when I was a hoodlum. That sounds good, Dan. Then I don't have to go to the store and get snacks. We do have milk and cereal, and I have muffin mix, so I could put the milk in the muffin mix and make muffins, and then we wouldn't have to go get snacks. Yes, Fiona. Well, we didn't technically go to the same school, but we hung out in around the same people during high school age, so. Jason tried to put me out like that. They know I smoked in high school anyway. He always had the good pot. Dan said, I like this person. We've literally known each other 25 years. Pretty much 25 years. I never thought I'd be old enough to say that. Y'all know when you're kids and you hear a grown person be like, man, that person goes back 30 years. And you're like, damn, I'm never going to be able to say that. I can technically say I have known him for 25 years. That means we're old as hell. Fiona already knew. Fiona said, I was going to ask you about that. I was pretty goofy, Dan. That means you're 8 years from half of a century. And next week is October. That's crazy, y'all. I can't even believe it's going to be 2026. Before we know it, 3 months away. 3 freaking months away. At least we wasn't doing real bad stuff back then. We had house phones back then. We didn't have our cell phone. I would bug the hell out of him. I always needed emotional support back then. I was so needy. I would call him all the time and make him talk to me for like an hour about my life problems. And he would always listen. I know he had to get tired of me. He said an hour? Yeah, I'm being, yeah, probably more than that. And we'd be on the house phone. We had to talk on the house phone back then. Back when he lived on Broughton Street. Yes. You right, you right. You white. So you done got you 2,000 followers. That means you've been working after work. You've been putting in the hours, the work, you know. You got this, Miss Bikini. It's taken me like 5 years to even get 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's amazing. $20,000 in sales. Be my accountant. You know I will. All I gotta do is make a Google sheet and if you would give me the login to that, if you'll give me the login to the portal that you're using that shows your sales, a Google sheet, and any receipts from buying anything, or if you have a bank account set up already, that'll be even easier. And then I can just make you a monthly spreadsheet on Google Sheets, and then by the end of the year, you'll be ready to turn everything in. It will, Miss Bikini. It's gonna all work out. It just takes longer than you want it to. Yeah, Miss Bikini likes Excel. We was talking about that the other night. I'm just used to Google Sheets because that's what I use at work. Is it like a side thing, Jason, and you're still working full time and putting the hours in on the side? I just ordered long sleeve nightgown because I realized this camper is going to be warm, but it's not going to be warm like a house in 2 weeks. That's what Spirit said. Yep, that's good. Keeping it as a side business keeps it more fun, and also you don't have a certain amount of money that you're required to make to stay afloat with your bills. That's just my opinion. That's right, Miss Bikini. You on the right track. I know it's annoying. Last year, that's how it felt for me when I was moving in here. I thought it was never going to work. I bugged Mark every day asking tarot questions about it. It's always slower than we want it to be, but you are making progress, so I know that's easy when I'm not in the situation, but you could also have you one of those little space heaters that looks like, well, it's not a space heater. It's like a little mini fireplace, Miss Bikini. And you could use it for the TV as well, like a little TV stand, but it has a plug-in. And if a camper is so small, it would stay very warm. It wouldn't even be like a little bit cold in there if you had that, because they even have the ones that you can turn the temperature up and down on. See, you don't need that. You get one of those little fireplace things and you could have it where it's automatic. So it's kind of like how a central unit is. I'll see if I can find what I'm talking about online and send you a picture. But just say you want it to be 71 degrees in there. You can turn it on 71 and it'll go off and on all night. It took me a long time, Fiona, but thank you. My son told me he was proud of me the other day. That made me feel good. because I have one in my living room. I would show it to you, but the reason why, I mean, it doesn't work anymore because when Hurricane Michael came in 2018, it zapped the electrical in it because we used the generator and we did something we wasn't supposed to do, and it zapped like a couple of our lights, and it zapped that fireplace thing. It's a TV stand, which is a big one, so you probably would need one a little smaller. But it looks like a fireplace, so you can cut it on and it looks like you got a fireplace going, right? And it don't have any heat coming out. But then if you're cold, you just turn on the heater side of it and you put the temperature you want it to be on. And then it goes off and on by itself. That'd be perfect. That's what you need. But mine doesn't light up anymore. The only thing I do with mine now is just put my TV on it. It's like my TV stand in my living room. But the fireplace itself is zapped. A chocolate drink with tofu and honey. See, I always say I'm going to try tofu, but I never got to try it, so I can't envision that. The chocolate and the honey sounds good, though. She said you may find gross. A Creations, since I've already gave you a free one, you have to do some kind of donation for another one. So that way I got to be fair to everybody, you know. One free yes or no per live. You know what I'm saying? Look at Dan getting him a new 43-inch TV. Do you watch sports, Dan? I feel like any man who watches sports always wants a big TV. Honestly, even the men that don't watch sports want a big TV. That's me being, what do you call it? Stereotyping men. Fancy Dan. It is delicious. You won't taste the tofu. Tofu doesn't really have a distinct flavor. It just makes the drink creamier with added protein. Fiona, that sounds good to me. That's cool. She bought y'all a TV. You deserve it. Now your wife can watch her show in style. I like baseball and football on the boob tube. It do sound good. The dollar store closes in 1 hour, so I'm about to go ask Emily if she wants snacks. And if she does, then I might have to get off of here, go get snacks, and come back. And if y'all fall asleep, I understand, but all right, I got your donation for your yes or no question, A Creations. And this question, I'm going to answer it because I'll pretty much answer anything. But it's just something that it changes. I want you to think about what you're asking me. This could always change. You're giving me and the cards too much power by asking that. Because if you meet someone that's not in your energy right now, 2 years from now, and you and them end up having kids, you see how this is not going to be accurate then? Think about it. I'm still going to do the question, but I'm just telling you that it's, you know, any reader who tells you they can be totally accurate like that, they're nuts, my belief. But I'll still answer it for you, bud. Just think about how many moving parts there are to that question in your whole lifetime. Two of Wands came out, which proves my point exactly, because it could go either way. It's not something that's not possible. So both of the page cards came out reversed. That can be a kid card. And the Five of Pentacles came out. So not anytime soon. That's the best I can do for you. Temperance reversed. Ultimately, you could end up meeting someone with kids. Ultimately, you could end up having a kid unless it's medically impossible. At some point with the Two of Wands, Spirit's like that could go either way. But as of anytime soon, I'm not seeing it happening. You got the pages in the reverse, so I'm going to give it a no. But just remember, the Two of Wands came out. So if you come back to my chat room in 5 years and you're knocked up, don't tell me that my question was wrong. It wasn't, because you got the Two of Wands. It could go either way. But anytime soon, I'm not seeing that happen. I'm not seeing anything like that. Especially with the Five of Pentacles and these pages reversed, I'm going to give you a no. But don't forget that the Two of Wands came out, because Spirit's like, hey, giving the cards too much power there, girly. Mark talking about all depends on the D. Oh, God. He over there daring her to touch his wiener. Even when he's sick, Miss Bikini, he's still daring you to touch his wiener. Loud. Let me go ask her if she wants to get snacks before they close. I'm coming right back. She says she's good, so I guess we're not getting snacks. I guess we go tomorrow morning. We're not going to go, Miss Bikini. I don't like driving at night anyway unless there's like a reason I have to. So it's probably better. We have milk and cereal, and we have muffin mix with milk. I could make us some muffins, or we could eat some cereal. So that's snack enough to get us by until in the morning. Dan said, careful, Fiona. You might find you a guy like Phil. And Fiona, you need to check out Miss Bikini's TikToks. She's always posting pictures of like memories of her family, and it's like so warming of your heart kind of vibes. I know, I kind of feel like I shouldn't go today. That's why I didn't really push it. Like, we went somewhere earlier. Of course, you know, I got me some aloe water today, but I'm talking about after it got later and all that stuff was happening in my bathroom. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't go anywhere because I had originally planned to leave. So I was grateful for that. And then I'm just kind of feeling like we need to go tomorrow. There's so many deer on my road that you have to drive like 40 miles an hour. That's right, Dan. And they can make some muffins. I have strawberry muffin mix, chocolate chip muffin mix, and double chocolate muffin mix. That's good enough. And I also saw online the other day, I was like about to run out of milk. I'm like, oh man, trying to avoid going to town. So you can put an egg in there. And water. Like if you have only a little bit of milk, add some water to it to make your half a cup. And then put an egg in there. And it's good to go. That's called improvising when you get on Google. All we have, Fiona, that's like easy to drive to is, you know, small business grocery stores that are like only one owner. It's not a chain. We have a couple of those. And then we have a Piggly Wiggly. There's multiple Piggly Wigglies, I know. And then we have Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, CVS, and Walgreens. Now we have a Walmart, but it's a little bit farther away from me. But as far as like if I'm driving to get snacks, the closest thing to my house is the Dollar General, and it's like about 12 minutes from here. Because I'm so far in the country. And that's if, like, it's like 12 miles. But sometimes if it's dark, I drive slow on my road because I don't have any street lights on my road. It's in the country. There's trees and fields everywhere. And there's multiple deer constantly around the roads. People always hitting deer on my road. So I just go slow enough that if a deer is to jump out, I can slam on brakes in time. Or hope I can. They did just build an Aldi store, like, close to the town that Walmart has, but I haven't been in it yet. I know I have plenty of people that sell eggs around me, Dan. I'm sure there is someone to sell milk. I just don't know of them personally. Like if I probably posted something on Facebook to ask around, I probably could. Walmart is about like 20 to 25 miles from me. And Aldi is in that same town. But the town that I work and stuff like that, the small town with one red light, the only stores it has is Family Dollar and Dollar General. And then a grocery store that's just like a small grocery store with one owner. Yeah, I don't have a Target unless I want to drive an hour. Yeah, Miss Bikini, that sounds like my town. We don't even have a Walmart in my actual town. But if I want to drive one town over, I can get to Walmart and Aldi. They have good artichoke dip. Maybe I should check out Aldi and find me some new stuff to try and eat. The guy that did our house logs, we'd get a big balloon Best Foods container. Maybe 2 to 3 inches of cream on top. Yeah, my dad, growing up, he always loved to drink like fresh milk because they had a milk cow. And he said that they used to skim the cream off the top of it to make butter and stuff. But when he drank it, he would mix it into the milk. And he said it would be like really rich. He loved having milk. I do, Fiona. So we have a Chinese restaurant. And it has this little buffet. So it's not like Luke's because it's a Chinese restaurant, but it's a little Chinese family. She's really sweet. Her name is Miss Rachel. And she runs the front. And we eat there like 2 or 3 times a week. Especially if she has practice or something and we're out late. She knows us by name. And then we also have a cafe that a girl I graduated from high school runs. And it has like homemade chicken salad. You can also get like homemade pastas in the cooler. And they serve like sandwiches and pizza, ice cream, and coffees and stuff like that. You can buy cold coffee by the gallon in their little cooler. And we have a little bitty pool hall bar thing, like how Miss Bikini said they have. It's a really small, but I never go in there. And it's not far from my house. You could be on it. It's on the town square. The cafe and the Chinese restaurant are like almost beside each other. We also have a flower shop on the square. And we have a new place that just opened up called The Station on the square. And they serve like breakfast food, coffee, stuff like that. I haven't been in there yet. They just opened it this year. So I need to go in there. They have like breakfast bowls and stuff like that. It's a small town. It is. I know. That's why I love watching that, because I can relate. The only thing is I'm not really close to the town people like they are, of course. Because their little situation is perfect. But they're all nice to me. Everyone in town is very nice. And they're all, you know, really... like they know you by name. That's why it's so cool. They probably also nosy just like Stars Hollow too. I need to take some pictures for you, Fiona, of our town square. Our courthouse is in the middle. And then our square has like all the businesses on there. And we have the post office on the square. And we have like the cafe, the Chinese restaurant. Can you take a picture of the inside of the cafe, please? Yes, I will. I'm going to do that for you. And I'll take a picture of the outside too, so you can see like the little signs, because they all have, every business has its own little individual sign on the square. I'm going to have to do that for you. Do you have Instagram? I can send them to you on Instagram. I have Instagram, but I don't like have any posts on there, but I can actually do messages on it. So we'll have to hook up on Instagram. My Instagram is like a profile picture of an eyeball, and it says Marley's Tarot. Established 2021 or something like that. And it's there's nothing on it. Like I don't post anything. I just use it like Mark has Instagram, Teresa has it, so that way I can message you or whatever. That's why I use it for. Basically anybody wants to add me to be able to message me directly. So I'm gonna have to do that. When I get the pictures, Fiona, you can show me how to find you on Instagram. I gotta hook Fiona up. Oh Lord, I can only imagine, Fiona. Mark says there's some hoes on there too, so he has that same problem, I think. I just like to get on there and scroll and look at stuff. I don't like use it for anything. Yeah, you need to tell them that Dan has got you covered when it comes to weird mails, that they need to go on. Me neither, Miss Bikini, but it's probably because I don't get on there enough. Me too. See, I'm over there with you in the old and cranky vibe, so yeah, they don't bug me. And then on Facebook, you can get random creeps on there, but like, I just don't entertain it. I don't even really use Facebook Messenger unless it's someone like my mom and I talk to Mark on Facebook Messenger sometimes. There's creeps on all the messaging platforms, I think. You don't have Instagram, Lucky, or you do? Me too, Miss Bikini. Maybe that's like where the creeps mess with the old ladies, because that's where I get the creeps at. Facebook. It feels like the messages they send, I be thinking of some annoying ass old man breathing heavy on the screen. Like, it just gives me that vibe when they send stuff. Fiona said, I think I look sweet or something. You just have to block them losers. Oh, you don't have social media? I think you said that before. I forgot. I deactivated it, but I'll be creating a new one for Project One Social Media Marketing. Got you. Miss T Bikini in her birthday suit in the town square. Social media has good things about it, but it also is crappy too because all the creepazoids be on there just lurking. I'm gonna go get my chicken nuggets, y'all. Y'all funny. I was reading y'all's messages. Exactly, Dan. Leave the perverts at home. Like, maybe if they would just like have to stay home with their DVDs, everything would be all right. You sound like me, Miss Bikini. I always tell my kids. I'll tell Gage, he'll be in there talking to me at night. I'm like, will you do me a favor? Will you cut my fan on and shut the light off? Fiona, this one is Chick-fil-A sauce. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like a honey mustard with a twang. That's the best way I could describe Chick-fil-A sauce. I don't really like the. Most people like Polynesian sauce. I don't know about that one. I like honey mustard too. And I like barbecue. I like mayonnaise if it's like very light. Like if I eat a banana sandwich, I know that sounds weird, or a pineapple sandwich, I want mayonnaise on there, but I don't like it to soak my bread. If it ain't light, then take it away. Hey, Teresa. We just in here talking shit. Fiona, and I only like Kraft mayonnaise, but it's got to be like so thin. I don't know. Something about a bunch of freaking mayonnaise just makes me not want to eat anymore. That sounds good, Dan. Go, Teresa, go. Show me what you know. Woo woo. Go, Teresa, go. Show me what you know. Woo woo. Go, Teresa, go. She said, shut the hell up. You go, Teresa. Congratulations. You deserve it. I think my thing just froze. You're welcome. Mm, 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 mm. I wasn't, Fiona. I was such a what do you call introvert when it came to like school activities. So I was a waitress when I came like driving age. I was a waitress, and I worked on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Friday nights. And I was like that kid that just hung out with my little bitty circle of friends. I smoked a lot of weed back then. And I didn't really get in trouble or anything. I made good grades and just kind of like went to work, hung around my little 2 or 3 main friends, you know. And I didn't really do anything. Like, sometimes I wonder if maybe I would have liked doing things with the school. Like my daughter, she loves being in band and all that. So I let her do it because she wants to, but I never had the desire to do it. I get drained if I'm around a lot of people. I know that's a bad thing. You know, you should like learn to be around a lot of people. Make yourself be social, I guess, but I just can't do it. Me neither now, Lucky. I don't smoke no weed. I don't judge anybody who does. I just can't do it. I be paranoid thinking the law's coming to get me or something. Me too. Everything y'all are saying about being around a lot of people, I just can't do it. Like, I'd be so overstimulated if I have to be, even at work. So, at work, I'm on the phone with customers a lot. But I'm not in person. And I have like a really good working relationship with my customers. Like, I love talking to them and I take their payment. And I'm very friendly to them, and they love me, and I love them, and everything's great. Like, I talk to them just like I talk to y'all, right? But I'm on the phone. And then the only way I'm interacting with my other coworkers is through email, phone calls, or group chat. We have a group chat at work. But on the days that like my boss comes to my office, he's nice to me. He's never been rude to me. But on those days, when I come home, I'm so drained. And it's like they do nothing different. They like say, you can sit down and do your work while we change your decorations out in the store. Like, they'll be changing the seasons and doing the inventory and all that. And I don't know why, but it makes me so like drained and tired. And like I said, they're nice to me, so that's not the problem. It's not the way they treat me. It's just I get so stressed out. Like, I just get overstimulated. Teresa said Reiki would help. And then Dan said he gets carded at the weed shop. So Reiki will help you like from getting drained around people, Teresa? Yes, Fiona. And I really wish I wasn't like that, honestly. Because I can have like 20 people in here and it'll be fine because I'm technically in the room by myself and I'm talking to y'all, but it's just like at work. If I'm on the phone, I'm fine. But having like a bunch of people around. Now, if it's just like my mom or my kids, anybody that's really close to me, that's okay. That don't really bug me. But it's just like this tired that I can't describe. And it would be different if they were rude to me. It would make sense as to why I'm like that, but it's just like them being around me. It's just, and they're so nice to me. I'm really lucky at how nice they are to me. I still get drained. So all of us talk to each other on here because we're all introverts apparently. From what y'all are saying. So I'm not the only one. Make me feel better. I think my kids have a touch of it too. Like they get overstimulated or drained when they're around a lot of people. I can tell. We do the best by just us three staying here in our little enclosure, basically. Yes, Lucky, they probably think that you think, I'm just saying, like, it could come off like you think you're better than someone, when all in actuality, it just drains you. So it's just like you have a battery, like a social battery, and it gets drained quickly. That's the way I feel. And you don't dislike the person, it's just like it's too rough on you to be constantly getting drained. A Jehovah Witness came by last week. You have any idea how bad I want to come to the door in a G-string? Dan finna scar that Jehovah Witness from ever going to somebody's house. Let me throw away my box and grab my cigarette. Do the townsfolk gossip, Marley? Do you hear the gossip in the cafe like it loops? So let me tell you where the gossip is for me, where in our town. They probably do gossip a lot, but I'm not very talkative, right? Like, they all know me and I'm kind to them and they're kind to me, but when I hear the most gossip is basically, let me tell you the vibe. So my office is an internet store, and I have an office in the back of the store. So it's three little businesses that are connected. So it's one building, and I'm not on the square, I'm like on the edge of town. But in my office, to the left of me is a hair salon, and to the right of me is a dog groomer. And my office and these two stores, all three stores are small businesses. So, like, we have one little thing with our mailboxes on it. And if someone gets someone else's mail, they'll come bring it to them, or a package while the other person wasn't there. And then the salon lady, her kids always come hang out with me after school. So it's a very small town vibe. Oh, and there's a car wash on the other side of the building. And then there's a little bitty gas station that only has one gas pump. And that's the man who owns all 5 spots, and we rent from him. So the lady that does the haircuts, that's where the gossip is that I hear about. She doesn't mean any harm. She's as sweet as she can be. But she's like always telling the dirt about something. And it makes me laugh, and that's like the closest thing I would say to town gossip. Like, when I find out stuff from over there. And my son gets his hair cut there, and he said they'll just be talking away. I'm reading y'all's messages because I done got lost in the sauce. Fiona, she said you need to at least wear a crop top. I mean, Fiona said at least wear a crop top. Don't damage them poor Jehovah Witnesses like that. What's a payday candy? Yes, Lucky, that would make sense. Yes, like multiple businesses and we're all in one building and it just has a wall between us. The Greasy Spoon and the Pinball Place was the rumor mill. So basically, is that the real name of the businesses? The Greasy Spoon? That's hilarious. Y'all think about that. That is what Emily Gilmore called Luke's Diner when she was trying to like downplay it. She called it the Greasy Spoon. Payday candy bar? I never had that, I don't think. Or is that the one with the peanuts in it? We used to call the lady Bus Stop Rat Bag. Poor lady. I'm gonna use that on somebody. You Bus Stop Rat Bag. The next time a troll comes in here talking shit, I'm gonna be like, get out of here, you Bus Stop Rat Bag. That is like good stuff. Okay, yeah, it has peanuts in it. Fiona said, have you heard anything good? Let me think. I need to come up with some tea for Fiona. There's this one guy, he's a young guy, and he just graduated, so he had this girlfriend, and they were very toxic. They were in like this cycle with each other over and over and over. And now we heard that basically, since he went in the army and he got stationed far away from here, he basically married her, and now she's done flew on a plane to go be with him. And that was probably like a week ago. And now we know that it's headed for hell because none of their family is living around him. And he's just now 18. And he's already married this girl. And they were in like a toxic pattern when they were in high school. Constantly getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. I know that some of the details were pretty gory. Like how they got along was bad. Even his sister got slapped by the girl's baby sister one day. Like, it's constant drama and conflict. And now that they got split up, we thought that's for the best good. He got stationed somewhere else, so they're not going to be together. Now, they done got like a legal marriage. Like, like how you go to the courthouse and do it. They didn't have a wedding or anything, and he flew her out there to live with him. So now they don't have any family there. So if they do get into it, they're going to be stuck together in a town they're not familiar with, and we're kind of worried that that's headed for hell. That's one of the things. I have to keep you updated if I hear any more. But yeah, that's one of the latest popping hot stories. I know, Fiona. And they're so young, like. And she's the kind of girl that, like, you know how we always say, of course, men should never put their hands on women? I agree completely. But y'all know those women that give the rest of us women a bad name is the ones who say things and do things to provoke the man. And I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm saying, like, this girl, I'm not saying this happened. I'm just saying this is how she is. She would jump on him to get him to pop her back. That's the kind of, like, to anger him so he'll come back fighting, you know? And so I just hope nothing like that happens. But some women give the rest of us women a bad name when they do that. There's never an okay time to put your hands on anyone. I'm definitely not saying that. But there are those women that like to poke and push, and the man should just walk away. But sometimes if you live together or whatever, the woman thinks that she has the power and she can just push and pick. And then whenever she gets popped back, let's say she jumps on him, right? And then he pops her or knocks her off of him. Well, then he's the bad guy, you know? Yes, Fiona, you're right, she does. She got him fired from his job by starting crap like a year or two ago. By starting crap with the boss man's daughter. And then, like, her little sister got into it with his little sister. That was like before they graduated. So it's always some kind of conflict. She has a very bad relationship with his mom because she's disrespected his mom's house before by trashing the room and stuff like that when she was like getting upset, you know. So there's already that conflict between the two of the mom and her. So, you know, it just seems like it would not be a good outcome. And I hope that that doesn't happen, but it just seems like, you know, common sense will tell you it's already happened before, it'll probably happen again. My sister's ex-boyfriend told my sister that he had a girlfriend that would do stuff like that, provoke him to get a reaction out of him. Once he just picked her up and threw her all on the bed and left. Yeah, so see, that's a perfect example. And then some people that like to put stereotypes, men don't need to put their hands on women, they might try to say something about him doing that. But what he was doing was stopping it from happening. And some people have temper issues. Some men have temper issues. They might do something like pop her before they think about it, but it's because she was asking for it. And you have to be careful when you say stuff because people think you're automatically taking the man's side, but some women just give the rest of us women a bad name, I think. It's like they almost look at it as power because they know that the man is not supposed to put their hand on them, you know. So then they like say, well, you can't, I dare you to touch me, you can't touch me, blah blah blah, you know. And then that makes it worse because it puts the man at a disadvantage off the top. Before the argument even gets going, he's already at a disadvantage. And I feel like the court systems also do men wrong when they're good fathers and they automatically side with the woman. Now, in modern times, it's gotten better, I would say, but not necessarily, you know. Automatically, just because the marriage didn't work and then the mom gets all the time with the kids, the mom doesn't, you know, have to really let the dad see the kids unless she chooses to, so that gives her power over the situation. There's bad men too, but I'm just saying as a generalization, you know, it's sad, because if that's a good father, he deserves time with his kids, and he doesn't deserve to have to pay for everything for his kids. The mom needs to contribute too. And then the man's in a state of fear because they can take his license, and he can go to jail if he's not paying correctly or as much as he should, and all this crap. They should just make it more fair, I think. They should do it as a case-by-case situation instead of making it so general, so that the women are holding all the power over the men until them kids are 18. I don't even know them people. I know the name Selena Gomez, but I don't know that situation, Looky. And y'all, and Dan says, was the Oreo the best man? That makes me think about the new Oreos that are out, and I want to try them. And it's Reese Cup Oreos. If any of y'all have tried them, I need to know if they're good. Reese Cup freaking Oreos. That sounds like it will be really good. Yes, Tanya. And we should name it Oreo. I agree. Cute little kitty. There's this cat that started coming up. It's orange. It's like not orange. It's got orange and black. I can't think of what that's called. The coloring on it. But it comes up around the same time every day, around like 6 p.m. And then it sits on our steps and waits on Emily to come outside if she's here. If she's not, it just sits on the steps and waits on her. And it's so cute, and she feeds it. And then he'll come back the next day, and she named it Ed Sheeran. That's funny. Tonya can be Oreo. That's right. I agree. Because she's white and black. And she's so cute. The picture is cute. Makes me want to go get her. Dan said, God bless you. You laugh at his humor. Lucky. See, I be laughing at Dan's humor too, but sometimes I don't get it. Like, he goes over my head and then he has to explain it. And then it's still funny, but if I would have got it on the first try, it probably would have been better. Quick-witted up there in the brain, I tell you. He's a quick wit. Quick-witted. We just running our mouth about all the tea today, y'all. Dan loves to talk shit. Hey, Gage. You want to let's make some muffins? You want to make some muffins? We have strawberry, chocolate chip, and double chocolate. I was thinking we could make 6 strawberry and 6 chocolate chip. You gonna eat some if I make them? Yes, Dan, that made me laugh so hard. I was like, oh, that blue pill. You should have, I don't think you were in here, Tanya. He was making a joke about some blue pill or whatever. Well, I get it now, but I didn't get it then. I'm like, Dan, you got to explain that to me. And then he got to going with it, and he explained it, and I got it then. He was talking about that Viagra. Gage said that blue chew. Chocolate chip is always good. And we have some chocolate chips in the refrigerator, like in a bag. So we could add extra chocolate chips. That probably will make it better. I wonder what would happen if I put chocolate chips in the strawberry muffin mix. That might be good. It would either be good or not good, but we can figure it out as we go. That sounds like a good big back addiction to the strawberry muffins. With old MILF Hunter, Fiona. I haven't seen MILF Hunter in a while. MILF Hunter was hilarious. Anytime he comes in here after I haven't seen him in a while, I'm like asking where he's been, and he says he's been on the hunt for some MILFs. Gage said he's on the hunt for MILFs too. He's 19, on the market and available. That's funny. I'm glad I can make somebody laugh. Laughter is the best medicine, you know. Old MILF Hunter. And I think he has like a British accent. Cougars with Social Security checks. Hey, those the best ones. They be sharing that money. Gage said he wants him a sugar mama. MILF Hunter probably got him a Texas Tycoon's old lady. That sounds like his vibe. He always laughs when I talk like I'm British. It's a terrible impersonation, but you know, I give it my best shot. Miss Bikini's thinking about it, Gage. She said, hey now. Gage, are you willing to rub the corns on their feet? If they got corns on their toes, are you willing to rub them?
I'll scrape them off.
They're asking for the ad we about to place for you. He said he'll scrape them off. Does that count? Oh my gosh.
I get that putty knife going.
You get that putty knife going, he said. One of my customers that gets internet from us, so she was paying her payment, and then she started telling me about her son who had just turned 19. So I told her my son just turned 19. He was, you know, he's 19 this year. And she sent me a picture of her son. So, because I have like a work phone that we can text and send pictures, so I sent her a picture of my son. And she's like, if only it was 30 years ago. She liked my youngin'. It made me laugh.
There was one or two old ladies that said if I would have been around when they was kids, that I would have been out in the woods.
Yeah, he said there was these two old ladies that told him, if you would have been around when we was kids, we'd have had you out in the woods. Gage, you need to come in here and let them meet you one time. Come here. There's only 10 people in here. Nobody will know.
I'm cooking noodles.
Well, you can cook noodles and still come here and tell them, hey. Everyone wants a piece of Gage, Fiona said. Come tell them, hey. He ain't gonna come in here, so let me find a picture of him for y'all. I'm gonna have to look in my albums because he don't let me take too many. I can't find one, Gage. You gotta come here. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to find me one, y'all. This shows how often they let me take pictures of them. Damn it. I guess I need to give up. I should have my pictures more more organized. I have thousands of them on here. There's my wedding picture. Hey, Sophie girl. Sophie, you can ask a question. I'm just trying to find a picture of my son because he won't come in the room. There he is at my cousin's wedding. He let me take a picture that day because I made him. Hannah's wedding. That's the only one I can find. He said that's a bad picture, but that's all I got. There's one of me, him, and Emily. At her wedding. They don't let me take pictures of them too much, but once they get to be teenagers, you don't get as many. Fiona, you gassing me up over there. A guy from the past came back. Will we have a committed relationship in the future? So my brother's hair is like really curly, Fiona. So I guess I just didn't get that gene. All right, Sophie, I'm gonna check for you. Sophie done got somebody from the past coming back. Will we have a committed relationship in the future? It bees like that sometime, Fiona. We always get like random genes from the gene pool. Dang it. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just pick and choose which ones we got? Like you could just place in order? That'd be great. All right, it says they came back because they want to rebuild something with you. The only thing I see that's their intentions are to rebuild with you, Sophie, 3 of Pentacles. The only thing that looks like a blockage to me from it being successful, 10 of Pentacles is reversed because this person is showing inability to be emotionally vulnerable, or either they're emotionally unavailable in general. So I would be careful not to put my heart on the line too fast, because this person, their intentions are to rebuild something with you. But at the same time, if they're showing me the King of Cups reversed, eventually that's going to cause a problem. Death, 10 of Pentacles reversed. They could always have that issue and work on it and choose to make it work, right, if they put the effort in. But as it sits right now, it's like they have issues being emotionally vulnerable and available, so that could be a blockage. But their intentions are to rebuild something with you. That's what they want. Just be mindful of that. Because you deserve somebody to be emotionally available, you know? Good night, Dan. Thank you for coming in here and running your mouth with us. Is he someone that you have like a relationship with in the past, Sophie? You're welcome. Did he have emotional vulnerability issues in the past? I'm just saying, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but did he have issues being like emotionally available before? Yes, okay. He got hurt. Yeah, a lot of times if somebody has a bad past, and we all have a past, if we're grown-ups, we're going to have history, right? And it's just according to how we let the history affect us. That's one reason why I do this channel, so that I can take my hurt and use it for here. Because I don't know what else to do with it. I'm just being honest. I don't know what else to do with it. I hold on to things and I hold grudges. And I let the past hold me back in terms of being hurt. You know, you have fear of getting hurt again. So instead of doing that, I try to say, okay, what did I learn from it? And what can I bring on here to tell other people so they can avoid the same pitfalls? He got hurt and he thinks I'm going to cheat on him. I got you. So his intentions are in a good place, but as long as he has that going on, it makes it hard. James Corden, he had Harry Styles on for a bit a few years ago. Is it like a talk show, Fiona? You can see I don't have any idea who people are. I didn't even know what y'all were talking about with Selena Gomez. I got to get more in the loop. I think it's okay to give him a chance, and what I would say by giving him a chance, like if you really care about this person, give him a chance, and when the red flags come up or things, you know, you see that he's being emotionally unavailable or you see it with your own eyes, first, you be working on it on your own side of the fence, right? Work on yourself, that's a given, because you can't do it for him, but you can bring it to his attention. And y'all can talk through things. And you know, you can say, okay, well, it's not going to hurt. I'm going to give this situation 90 days. 90 days is a fair shot for anyone to see what their words and actions are going to be. Right? So 90 days. In your mind, you don't have to tell him. Just mentally make a note of what date it is and say, all right, I'm going to give you 90 days. And then, yeah, probation period. And that 90 days will show you everything you need to know about where this is going. You'll see. And if he is constantly going in circles with you, if you're constantly going through the same issues, because every relationship is going to have challenges. The healthy ones and the unhealthy ones. The difference is, the healthy ones, a challenge comes up, we talk through it, we overcome that challenge, and as a result of that challenge, we get stronger together because we've overcame that challenge together. And every time the challenge comes, we bring it up, we overcome it, and we get stronger. When an unhealthy relationship has a challenge, because remember, they both have challenges. The unhealthy relationship, the challenge comes up, we don't resolve it. Either it's because we fight about it and we let it go, sweep it under the rug, or we just totally disagree. We're different people. We're not on the same page. And then it creates a brick. And in the beginning, it's not that bad because you only have like a few bricks. But as time goes on and these same challenges keep coming up and we keep not resolving them, the wall gets higher, and it creates a wall after a little time. And then the scope of things we can discuss is so small that you know, we can't really get out of this little bitty conversation about the weather without an argument. But it's because it's a result of challenge after challenge after challenge on top of each other. Now you got this wall, and you can barely ask if it rained yesterday without getting in an argument. It really isn't about the rain. It's just a manifestation of all the past stuff we swept under the rug and created the wall. So it would not hurt to give that person 90 days. Just keep your eyeballs open and pay attention to the words and their actions. How are they lining up? Do the words match the actions? Are we going to be healthy and talk through the challenges? Because one thing some people like to say, well, I want to just live happily ever after, but it's a relationship is alive, you know. There's moving parts to it. So you have to actively work on it and become stronger together. And if you truly overcome the challenges together and get stronger after a couple years, instead of that wall, now you've got a team of 2 people who can pretty much master all of life's challenges. Miss Bikini's your lawyer and I'm your counselor. I'll take it. But some people think, oh, if it's a healthy relationship, you're not going to have disagreements. No, we're humans. We're built that way. We're built to disagree sometimes. But if we're okay with having those disagreements, we still love the person, but we bring up the stuff and we decide to overcome. And another thing, one person can't do it all, you know. So whenever you bring up the challenge, if one person is 100% willing to work on it and compromise and the other one isn't, it's never going to end up working in the end. Both people have to be on the same page and working through it. And that's why probably a lot of relationships fail. Let's just be generous and say 50%. I'm sure it's way more than that, but y'all know. These people that's been married for 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 years and they divorce because their wall is so freaking high by the time that end of that relationship, they're uncomfortable in their own home. I'm the poster child for all those things, by the way. I've been there and done that. The one thing that I've noticed that if you are in an unhealthy relationship, you're going to fight about the same topics over and over and over and over and never get anywhere. So then it just drains all your energy and you don't make any progress. Hey, Alejandro. All right, you said you want to ask about the energy between Tiffany and I. Is this somebody that you've dated before, or a love interest, a love that you're dating, or you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but it might help me out. You're welcome, Sophie. What deck I'm going to use? We're going to use the trusty dusty Rider-Waite deck. All right, 6 shuffles. What is the energy between Tiffany? New person, I got you. That name makes me think about them pretty lamps. The Tiffany lamp. They have like stained glass window look to them. Those are cool. My brain is really weird. I don't know why. All right. Energy between Tiffany and Alejandro. New person. New person. Let's get you something good. Don't you want a good one? A good reading that'll make your weekend good. Ooh, they're showing up as an empress. She looks like she has a pretty lamp in her living room. I mean, you know. All right, let's see. This person is ready for a fresh start, okay? Mentally, what they want out of a connection is a long-term, strong, happy, lasting relationship. That's what they want. They want someone to be truthful, not play any games, do the work. Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, this is what they want, right? They're showing me an Empress. They want what an Empress deserves. However, they have a past connection in their energy that's very strong, and it's something that did not go very well in their world, okay? The door was slammed shut on this. There was a lot of self-defeating thought patterns as a result of the relationship, a lot of spiteful energy, and they have some bitterness build up towards whatever this is. They rightfully so have the bitterness build up because there was a lot of manipulation, lies, deceit, that kind of thing. So they've kind of been through it. So as a result of that, they're guarded, okay? 9 of Wands. But like I said, what they want is a fresh new start. Ace of Wands, Empress card. I feel like the thing you're going to have to do with this person if you're truly interested in them is just get to a slow, steady pace and be totally honest. 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Be totally honest. Moon reversed. What I mean by totally honest is open and judgment free, and so it's going to take some time. Knight of Pentacles. If you're open and honest and judgment free with this person, however you started out, even if you're friends first, or if you go and hang out very casually first, ultimately they want the end all be all, but it's going to take time to build the foundation of trust and consistency because they're kind of guarded. So they're on hyper vigilant mode. They're on hyper focused on any little red flag mode. But it's because of what they've been through before. They feel like someone spit in their Ace of Cups and poured it out, right? 2 of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed. They feel like they were kind of done wrong. 6 of Pentacles reversed. They're still holding baggage from that. However, they do have a good heart. They want to build a foundation with someone. 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. They want that. They want to get back to that, status in their life. But they've been through a lot. So my advice to you would be open, honest, judgment free. If you feel like a red flag pops up with this person, bring it to the table. If you have a question about this person, ask them. That's the way that you can provide safety and comfort with this person, because they want the moon reversed. That's what they need. And they need someone that if you tell this person you're going to call at 6 o'clock when you get off work, and for some reason something comes up, this is just an example, shoot them a text. Hey, I know I was going to call at 6. Something came up, just letting you know I'll call shortly. That gives them the idea that you're going to put words and actions to match. Even those small things that we think aren't significant. When someone is guarded, they are significant. So my advice to you would be invite them out to do something. But don't put any stipulations on how it needs to be, and try not to suffocate this person. But when you say you're going to do something, do it. I feel like it has potential if they can manage to get out of the baggage. I just feel like something has really blew up with this person, and it's got them on defense mode. Tower, 7 of Wands. It just feels, I don't know how long ago this was. Energetically, it's just there. So I don't know if it's so soon that you would have to be their friend first, but whatever it is, it's something that still affects them greatly no matter the time frame. So as long as they can see you with clear lens, as far as your actions and your words, and I feel like also they're going to pull you out of your comfort zone a little bit. They could easily be triggered or something like that. It doesn't mean stay away from this person, they're bad, no way. It just means that it's going to be some work. if this is actually gonna kick off and do something. You're just gonna have to match your words and actions up to prove yourself, basically. But they do have a loving heart, and they just want someone that's not gonna play games. I would only give it a shot. You're very welcome. I would only give it a shot if I was willing to, only be talking to them. That kind of energy, like, even though there's nothing wrong with just talking to different people, this person just seems like they need, like, you only talking to them and giving it a little bit of time to unfold. So it seems like it has potential, Alejandro. Is she an empress? So... But somebody done spit in her cup, and you know the vibes. I mean, she got that Tiffany lamp. Let me give you an oracle message. What did I do with them? Oh, right here. I'm going to give you a moon card. He said, oh, she is an empress. All right. That sounds perfect. If you're willing to do the friendship thing first, just to get to know them as a person, then you're on the right track. Because I feel like it's going to take that. So they get like a sense of trust with you. That's perfect. It's some potential there. He thinks she's fine, basically. All right. Darkness, number 40. And then you got wisdom, 22, breaking down to a 4. So here's both 4s. This connection is going to need stability. The 4 is the number of stability. So like I said, if you say you're going to call it 6, call it 6. If something comes up, send the text. If you say you're going to see her tomorrow, see her tomorrow. Do all the things that you say you're going to do. Don't over promise anything. Keep what you say. Keep your word. And like I said, it's going to take some resilience. It's on the bottom. 21. It's going to take some resilience. But anything worth having takes work. So I'm good with it. Long as that person that hurt her, that she doesn't let them come back around and cause problems, I think it has potential. Alejandro done got him an empress. You very welcome. Thank you, baby. He done got him an empress. Y'all know how cool it would be to have a man get a tarot reading on you? Little does she know, he done came in here and got a reading on her. That's so cool. Mostly women be getting the reading on the men's. Thank you, Miss Bikini. Your aloe water came in today. Alejandro be finding the dirt on them women. Fiona said, I don't know about that. I don't want them finding out nothing about me with a tarot card. Miss Bikini, did you get it like shipped to you? Or did you have them like DoorDash it or something like that? I'm just curious to how you do it. Fiona said, all I know is the moon card better come out as secrets. But you ain't finding out what the moon is, so go on with your little deck of cards. I went and got me more aloe water today at CVS. That's right, Alejandro. We were just talking about it. You probably wasn't in here earlier. I was talking about how men and women, like, sometimes there's good men and good women across the board, but sometimes you get these women that give the rest of us a bad name because they want to, have the power because they know that they can pop a man or slap him or talk nasty to him, and then if he reacts, he's the bad guy. And that's kind of wrong for them to use that power they have because any decent man's not going to want to put his hands on a woman. However, when a woman keeps picking and picking and picking, you got this crazy ass woman, and then he ends up blowing up. He gets the brunt of the bad name because he's the bad guy. He did this to some poor innocent woman, when in reality, she's a devil with a dress on. Ain't that the truth? Soul suckers. You got that right. And then when there's a mom and a dad that are getting a divorce, a woman and a man, and it's a good dad, but then she, uses her woman power to take the kids away, that's shitty. That's what happened to Phil from his ex-wife. She tried to kill him. See? I'm telling you, some women are crazy as cat shit. And then some of them women be acting all nice to your face and stuff, and then they be nuts. Overall, with men, you kind of see what you get. What you see is what you get. Unless you got, some of them are terrible. But in general, that's why I like working with men, because you don't have to really wonder. Unless there's some dramatic ass man. But in general, you can work with a man easier than a bunch of women. They be getting jealous and hateful and all that stuff. But then you got the shitty men that give men the bad name too. If only we could get the man and the woman together that are both good, we would be all right, right? I saw a clip of Harry Styles talking to the audience at a concert, and this woman asked him, "Are you hiring?" He actually considered it. If she was more prepared, his team probably would have contacted her. She should have had that resume in the back pocket. That's so cool. I know she probably got upset if she didn't get it after she was that close. Because she was just basically a fan at the concert. That's crazy. She should have had that resume on her phone. Wouldn't that be cool? You're a fan of someone and you get an opportunity as a job for them. I reckon I need to get my ass in the bed, y'all. It's midnight. What time is it where y'all are? I always forget y'all's time zones. Yep, she was, and he asked her, "Well, what do you do?" And she said, "Anything." That wasn't cutting it. She should have been more prepared. She should have started naming skills. Like, I'm really good with customer service. My data entry is on point. Y'all know, like, she should have went at... I got so many years in the QuickBooks program, Microsoft Word, I'm your girl. PowerPoint, I am there. Google Sheets, I'm on it. I know all the formulas for Excel. That's how she should have did. And she might would have got in there. My organizational skills are phenomenal. She probably wasn't expecting him to say, yes, or ask about it. Miss Bikini said it's 2107. So that is 907. I had to count it. Yes, Ivana, you can ask a free yes or no question, or you can ask for an oracle card. Thank you, Fiona. I feel like sometimes you just naturally get whatever, like you get pushed in the direction of the jobs based on your abilities, even if you really don't want it. Like, I do like accounting, but after you've done it for so many years, it kind of gets monotonous, you know? But then if you're naturally good at it and you got to make money, you might as well do it, I guess. $2107. Miss Bikini makes me feel like she's in the army when she does that. Okay, I'm homeless right now with my partner. My question is, will we get approved for an apartment and move in by October 1st? All right, let's see. All right, Ivana. I hope you do, no matter what the card says, because I know that's a tough place to be. You're very welcome. When you get, you know, stuck in a bad cycle, I know it's hard to have to dig yourself out. Exactly, Fiona. Have that folder with that printed out typed resume, especially if you're planning on asking that to someone of status. That's how you prepare. That's like manifestation 101. You prepare for the result to get the thing, you know? Six of Swords, Hangman reversed, Nine of Pentacles. So no matter what it looks like right now, things are going to work out in your favor. The only, with the October 1st thing that you're asking me, the Hangman reverse came out. So it feels like that is like, it's possible it could take longer than that, but I feel like it's going to happen for you. Because the Six of Swords can be about moving from a tumultuous, conflict-ridden situation to smoother waters. And then the Nine of Pentacles is when you have all your needs met. Okay? And definitely finding an apartment would be part of that. Nine of Pentacles person, they have a roof over their head. They have, you know, food on their table. They have their basic necessities met. So I'm telling you that yes, this is going to happen for you. It may not be by October 1st. It may be a little longer than that because the Hangman is reversed. So it could be a little outside of the time frame, but it's going to happen. And don't lose hope because Nine of Pentacles, like I said, they have everything they need. So it's going to happen. You're just in a bad loop in the moment. Try to take it one day at a time. Focus on what you can control in your situation. If everything outside of your situation you can't control, let that part go. And like I said, one day at a time. The rest of it will work itself out. Six of Swords. You're going to get to a better spot. It may be a little longer than you want, but it will happen. Just try not to over-focus on what you can't control. And good luck to you. Hey, Cecilia. You get that work done, Lucky. All right, y'all. I'm going to go find my blanket and get in the bed. And hopefully when I wake up in the morning, the fan will have dried out all the water in my bathroom. You're welcome, Ivana. All right. Good night to everybody. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? I hope y'all sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite and all the things. All right. All right, Ivana, we pray for you that it gets better, okay? All right. Good night.